laser focus. Sharpen your attention and escape the noise, written and published by Mindsmore. Introduction. Drowning in the shallows, a journey to deep focus in a distracted world. Every day, it's the same story. You wake up with a mental to-do list a mile long, a burning desire to accomplish great things. But then, the emails start pouring in. Social media beckons with its endless scroll. A colleague pings you with an urgent request. And just like that, you're swept away in the current of daily distractions, your grand plans fading like a mirage in the desert. Sound familiar? You're not weak. You're not lazy. You're simply caught in the undertow of the modern world, where our attention is constantly bombarded with demands, notifications, and interruptions. It's a world where busy has become a badge of honor, and focus, a rare and precious commodity. But what if I told you there's a hidden depth to your mind, a place of calm concentration where you can tap into your true potential, a place where distractions fade away, and you can dive deep into meaningful work, creative pursuits, and genuine connection? This book is your diving bell. It's a guide to navigating the shallows of distraction and descending into the depths of focus. It's about reclaiming your attention, not by shutting out the world, but by learning to harness its power. Imagine effortlessly cutting through the noise, silencing the mental chatter that sabotages your best intentions. Unlocking a level of concentration you never thought possible, where you can conquer complex tasks and achieve your goals with ease. Tapping into a flow state of peak performance, where time dissolves and you become fully immersed in the present moment. Building unshakable focus habits, transforming your daily routine into a productivity powerhouse. Finding serenity amidst the storm, cultivating a mind that is both alert and tranquil, ready to face any challenge. This is the promise of deep focus. It's not just about getting more done, it's about living a more fulfilling life. A life where you're in control, not constantly reacting to the demands of the digital age. If you're ready to escape the shallows and dive deep into the power of your own mind, turn the page. The journey begins now. We appreciate your support in helping us produce more content for you, so please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Chapter 1. The Focus Phenomenon. It's more than just concentration. Imagine a world where your mind is a calm, still lake. Thoughts drift by like gentle ripples, easily observed and dismissed. You effortlessly direct your attention where you choose, diving deep into projects, conversations, or moments of quiet contemplation. Now picture the reality for most of us. Our minds are more like a raging river, a torrent of thoughts, worries, and to-dos churning and crashing against each other. Every notification, every email, every stray thought is a new wave, pulling us further downstream, away from the shores of our intentions. This is the modern attention crisis. We live in a world engineered to capture our focus, to fragment it into 1,000 pieces. Our phones buzz with relentless notifications, social media algorithms vie for our eyeballs, and the 24/7 news cycle bombards us with information, whether we need it or not. But here's the secret. Focus isn't about becoming immune to distractions. It's about understanding how attention works, learning to navigate the currents of this modern world, and ultimately, becoming the master of your own mental river. Think of attention as a muscle, one that has evolved over millennia. Our ancestors relied on their focus to hunt, to gather, to survive. Their attention was a matter of life and death, honed by the need to spot predators lurking in the shadows or to track prey across vast landscapes. But the world has changed. Our predators now come in the form of pings, rings, and flashing screens. And our prey, our goals, our passions, our deepest desires often get lost in the noise. The good news is that our brains are remarkably adaptable. Just as our ancestors learned to focus amidst the dangers of the wild, we can train our minds to thrive in the digital jungle. This starts with understanding the different facets of attention. It's not just a single beam of light, it's more like a spotlight with adjustable settings. Sometimes we need sustained focus, that steady beam that allows us to work on a project for hours, losing ourselves in the flow of deep concentration. Other times, we need selective focus, the ability to tune out distractions and hone in on a specific task, like having a conversation in a crowded room or reading a book while the TV blares in the background. Then there's alternating focus, the mental agility to switch between different tasks, like responding to an email and then returning to a complex problem. And finally, there's divided attention, the often misguided attempt to do multiple things at once, like texting while driving. Please don't. The key is to recognize which type of attention is needed for each situation and to consciously train your mind to adapt. Just as a weightlifter uses different exercises to target specific muscle groups, we can use various techniques to strengthen different aspects of our attention. But before we dive into those techniques, we need to acknowledge the elephant in the room, the attention economy. This is the invisible force that shapes our digital world, where our attention is the product being bought and sold. Social media platforms, news websites, and even email providers are constantly vying for our eyeballs, using sophisticated algorithms and persuasive design to keep us hooked. Think about it. Have you ever scrolled through your phone, intending to check a quick message, only to find yourself lost in a vortex of videos, posts, and comments an hour later? That's the attention economy at work. The more time we spend on these platforms, the more data they collect, the more targeted ads they can show us, and the more money they make. It's a brilliant business model, but it comes at a cost: our focus, our time, and ultimately our well-being. So how do we break free from this invisible grip? The first step is awareness. By recognizing the forces at play, we can start to make conscious choices about where we direct our attention. We can choose to spend less time on platforms that drain our energy and more time on activities that nourish our minds and souls. We can also learn to use technology to our advantage. There are countless apps and tools designed to help us manage distractions, block addictive websites, and cultivate healthier digital habits. But technology is only part of the equation. The real battle for focus takes place within our own minds. It's about understanding our individual attention patterns, identifying our personal distractions, and developing the mental discipline to stay on track. In the following chapters, we'll explore these inner workings of attention, equipping you with the knowledge and strategies to reclaim your focus and thrive in this age of distraction. The journey to mastering your attention is a lifelong one, but it's a journey worth taking. Because when you learn to control your focus, you gain control of your life. You gain the power to achieve your goals, to deepen your relationships, and to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. So are you ready to take back your mind? Chapter 2. The Distraction Deluge, Identifying the Thieves of Focus. Have you ever tried to have a conversation at a crowded party? You lean in, straining to hear your friend's words over the din of music, laughter, and clinking glasses. Your mind flits between their voice, the catchy tune playing in the background, and the intriguing snippet of conversation from the group next to you. It's exhausting, isn't it? That's what it's like to live in the modern world. We're constantly bombarded with a cacophony of distractions, each vying for a piece of our precious attention. But unlike a party, where we can choose to step into a quieter room, the distractions of modern life are relentless, seeping into every corner of our existence. These distractions, the thieves of focus, come in many guises. There are the obvious culprits, the insistent pings of our smartphones, the endless scroll of social media, the overflowing inbox that seems to replenish itself every time we hit refresh. These are the external distractions, the invaders from the outside world that interrupt our flow and derail our train of thought. But the truly insidious thieves are the ones that lurk within our own minds. The internal distractions, the worries, the anxieties, the daydreams that pull us away from the present moment and into a mental maze of what-ifs and should-haves. Then there are the technological distractions, the seductive sirens of the digital age. These are the autoplay videos, the clickbait headlines, the personalized recommendations that lure us down rabbit holes of information, often leaving us feeling depleted and disoriented. And finally, there are the emotional distractions, the subtle undercurrents of feeling that can sabotage our focus. When we're stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, our attention scatters like leaves in a storm. Our minds become preoccupied with processing emotions, leaving little room for concentration and clarity. The impact of these distractions is far greater than just a few lost minutes here and there. They chip away at our productivity, leaving us feeling like we're constantly running on a hamster wheel, busy but not truly accomplishing anything meaningful. Studies have shown that it takes an average of 23 minutes to refocus after an interruption. So that quick glance at your phone or that 5-minute detour to check social media can actually cost you a significant chunk of productive time. But the cost of distraction goes beyond lost productivity. It also takes a toll on our emotional well-being. Constant interruptions fuel stress and anxiety, leaving us feeling frazzled and overwhelmed. They erode our ability to be present, to savor the moment, to connect deeply with the people and experiences that matter most. And perhaps most tragically, distractions stifle our creativity. That brilliant idea you had in the shower, the insightful solution to a problem that's been nagging at you. These moments of clarity often arise when our minds are allowed to wander freely, not when they're constantly being pulled in 1,000 different directions. Think of your mind as a garden. Creativity is the delicate flower that blooms when the conditions are right, when the soil is fertile, the sunlight is warm, and the weeds are kept at bay. Distractions are the weeds that choke the life out of your creative potential. But there's hope. By becoming aware of these distraction thieves, by understanding their tactics and their impact, we can start to reclaim our focus and cultivate a more mindful relationship with our attention. We can learn to set boundaries with technology, to create distraction-free zones in our lives, and to cultivate the mental discipline to resist the siren song of interruptions. And most importantly, we can learn to nurture our inner landscape, to manage our emotions, and to cultivate a mind that is calm, clear, and ready to focus on what truly matters. In the chapters to come, we'll delve deeper into these strategies, equipping you with the tools and techniques to conquer the distraction deluge and unlock the power of your focused mind. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable, because when you reclaim your focus, you reclaim your life. Chapter 3. Purposeful Living, Aligning Your Focus with Your Values. Imagine two hikers setting off on a journey. One has a detailed map, a compass, and a burning desire to reach a specific peak. The other wanders aimlessly, enjoying the scenery, but with no clear destination in mind. Who do you think is more likely to reach their full potential? The same principle applies to focus. Without a clear sense of direction, our attention scatters like seeds in the wind. We might be busy, even productive, but are we truly making progress towards what matters most? This is where purpose-driven focus comes in. It's not just about setting goals, it's about aligning those goals with our deepest values, creating a compass that guides our attention and fuels our motivation. Think of your values as the stars that illuminate your path. They are the guiding principles that shape your beliefs, your decisions, and ultimately your life. When your goals are rooted in these values, they become more than just tasks to be checked off a list. They become a reflection of who you are and what you stand for. So how do you uncover these guiding stars? Start by asking yourself some fundamental questions. What truly matters to me? What kind of impact do I want to make in the world? What brings me a sense of fulfillment and joy? The answers to these questions will reveal your core values. Maybe you value creativity, connection, or making a difference. Maybe it's learning, growth, or adventure. Whatever they are, write them down. These are the stars that will guide your journey. Now, take a look at your goals. Are they aligned with these values? Does your career path resonate with your desire to make a difference? Do your daily habits support your value of health and well-being? If not, it's time for a course correction. This doesn't mean you have to overhaul your entire life. Start small. Identify one goal that feels misaligned and brainstorm ways to bring it into harmony with your values. For example, if you value creativity but your job feels stifling, perhaps you can explore creative outlets outside of work, or even find ways to inject more creativity into your current role. The key is to ensure that your goals are not just destinations, but expressions of your authentic self. This alignment creates intrinsic motivation, a driving force that comes from within, not from external pressures or rewards. But purpose-driven focus goes beyond simply aligning goals with values. It's also about understanding the why behind those goals. Imagine two people who want to write a book. One wants to become famous and wealthy. The other wants to share their knowledge and inspire others. Who do you think is more likely to persevere through the challenges of writing, editing, and publishing? The person with a strong why has a deeper well of motivation to draw from. Their purpose fuels their focus, helping them overcome obstacles and stay committed to their vision. So, take some time to reflect on your why. Why do you want to achieve your goals? What impact will they have on your life and the lives of others? The clearer your why, the stronger your focus will become. Once you have a clear sense of purpose, it's time to translate your vision into action. This is where many people stumble. They have grand dreams but struggle to break them down into concrete steps. The solution is to create a roadmap, a series of milestones that guide you towards your destination. Start with the big picture and then zoom in, breaking down your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. For example, if your goal is to start a business, your roadmap might include milestones like conducting market research, creating a business plan, securing funding, building a website, launching your first product. Each milestone can then be further broken down into even smaller tasks, creating a clear path to follow. But remember, life is rarely a straight line. Unexpected challenges, new opportunities, and shifting priorities can all throw us off course. That's why it's important to embrace dynamic goal setting. This means being flexible and adaptable, willing to adjust your roadmap as needed. It's about staying committed to your overall direction while remaining open to new possibilities and course corrections along the way. Finally, don't underestimate the power of visualization. Imagine yourself achieving your goals. Feel the sense of accomplishment, the joy, the fulfillment. This mental rehearsal strengthens your focus and reinforces your commitment. Purpose-driven focus is not a one-time exercise, it's an ongoing practice. As you grow and evolve, your values and priorities may shift. Regularly revisit your goals, your why, and your roadmap to ensure they remain aligned with your authentic self. By living with purpose, by aligning your focus with your values, you create a life of meaning and fulfillment. You transform your attention from a scattered resource into a powerful tool for achieving your dreams and making a positive impact on the world. Chapter 4. Mastering your to-do list, prioritization strategies for peak productivity. Imagine your to-do list is a bustling city. Each task is a building, vying for your attention with its flashing lights and insistent sirens. Some are skyscrapers, representing important projects with long-term implications. Others are modest houses, routine tasks that need to be done but don't necessarily move the needle. And then there are the construction sites, those unexpected urgent tasks that pop up demanding immediate attention. Now imagine trying to navigate this city without a map, without a plan. You'd be running from one emergency to another, putting out fires, but never truly making progress toward your desired destination. This is the reality for many of us. We're so caught up in the urgency of the moment, in reacting to the loudest sirens, that we lose sight of the bigger picture. We become slaves to our to-do lists, rather than masters of our own time and energy. But there's a better way. It's time to become the architect of your own productivity city, to create a master plan that prioritizes what truly matters and guides you towards your goals. The first step is to escape the urgency trap. We often mistake urgency for importance. That ringing phone, that flashing email notification, they scream for our attention, making us feel like we need to respond immediately. But are they truly important in the grand scheme of things? More often than not, these urgent tasks are merely distractions, pulling us away from the deep work that truly moves us forward. They're like the potholes in our productivity city, slowing us down and disrupting our flow. To overcome this trap, we need to learn to distinguish between the urgent and the important. The Eisenhower matrix, also known as the urgent important matrix, is a powerful tool for this. It helps us categorize tasks into 4 quadrants. 1. Do first. These are tasks that are both urgent and important, like deadlines, crises, or pressing problems. They demand immediate attention. 2. Schedule. These are tasks that are important but not urgent, like long-term projects, strategic planning, or relationship building. These are the skyscrapers in our city, the foundations of our success. 3. Delegate. These are tasks that are urgent but not important, like responding to certain emails, attending unnecessary meetings, or fulfilling requests that don't align with our goals. 4. Eliminate. These are tasks that are neither urgent nor important, like time-wasting activities, distractions, or busy work. These are the abandoned buildings in our city, taking up space and draining our energy. By using this matrix, we can start to prioritize our tasks effectively, focusing our energy on the do first and schedule quadrants while minimizing or eliminating the rest. But prioritization goes beyond simply categorizing tasks. It's also about understanding the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. This principle states that roughly 80% of our results come from 20% of our efforts. Think about it. Which 20% of your tasks generate the most significant results? Which activities have the biggest impact on your goals? These are the tasks that deserve your prime time and attention. By identifying and focusing on this vital 20%, we can dramatically increase our productivity and achieve more with less effort. It's like identifying the key highways in our productivity city, the routes that lead directly to our desired destinations. Another powerful technique for mastering your to-do list is time boxing. This involves allocating specific time slots for different tasks, creating a schedule that guides your day and minimizes decision fatigue. Instead of reacting to the demands of your to-do list, you proactively plan your day, dedicating blocks of time to specific projects, meetings, or even breaks. This creates a rhythm and structure that helps you stay on track and avoid getting bogged down in unimportant tasks. But prioritization isn't just about using tools and techniques. It's also about cultivating a mindful approach to your tasks. This means paying attention to your energy levels, your peak performance times, and your natural rhythms. Are you a morning person or a night owl? When do you feel most focused and energized? Schedule your most demanding tasks for those times and reserve less demanding tasks for when your energy is lower. Finally, remember that prioritization is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Your to-do list is a dynamic entity, constantly evolving with new tasks, changing priorities, and unexpected challenges. Regularly review your tasks, reassess their importance, and adjust your plan accordingly. This flexibility allows you to stay agile and responsive, ensuring that your focus remains aligned with your goals, even as the landscape of your to-do list shifts and changes. By mastering the art of prioritization, you transform your to-do list from a source of stress and overwhelm into a roadmap for success. You gain control of your time, your energy, and your focus, allowing you to navigate your productivity city with confidence and purpose. Chapter 5. Environment as an ally. Designing your focus sanctuary. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your ideal workspace. Is it a sleek minimalist desk bathed in natural light? A cozy nook with a crackling fireplace and a comfy armchair? Or perhaps a bustling coffee shop with the hum of conversation and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee? Our surroundings have a profound impact on our minds, shaping our mood, our energy levels, and yes, even our ability to focus. Just as a plant thrives in the right soil and sunlight, our attention flourishes in an environment that supports and nurtures it. But in today's world, our environments are often working against us. Open-plan offices with their constant chatter, cluttered homes with their endless distractions, and the ever-present glow of screens all conspire to fragment our attention and sabotage our focus. It's time to take back control. It's time to become the architect of your own focus sanctuary, a space where your mind can thrive and your attention can flourish. Think of your environment as an extension of your mind. Just as you declutter your thoughts and prioritize your tasks, you can declutter your space and prioritize the elements that promote focus. Start with the basics, clear the clutter. A cluttered space is a cluttered mind. Piles of papers, overflowing drawers, and disorganized shelves all compete for your attention, creating a sense of chaos and overwhelm. Take some time to tidy up, to put things in their place, and to create a sense of order and calm. This doesn't mean you need to become a minimalist. It simply means creating a space where everything has its purpose and everything is in its place. Next, consider the psychology of color. Colors have a powerful impact on our emotions and our cognitive functions. Cool colors like blue and green promote calmness and concentration, while warm colors like red and yellow can stimulate creativity and energy. Experiment with different colors in your workspace. Perhaps a calming blue wall or a vibrant yellow accent piece can help you create the right mood for focus. But don't just focus on the visual. Our other senses play a crucial role in shaping our attention. Consider the power of scent. Certain aromas, like lavender or peppermint, have been shown to enhance focus and memory. A strategically placed diffuser or a scented candle can transform your workspace into an oasis of concentration. And don't forget about sound. While some people thrive in silence, others prefer a gentle background hum. Experiment with different soundscapes. Perhaps the gentle sounds of nature, a calming instrumental playlist, or even white noise can help you block out distractions and create a more conducive environment for focus. Now, let's talk about ergonomics. How you physically interact with your workspace has a significant impact on your focus and well-being. An uncomfortable chair, a poorly positioned monitor, or a cluttered desk can lead to physical discomfort, which in turn can disrupt your concentration. Invest in a comfortable chair that supports your back and promotes good posture. Position your monitor at eye level to reduce strain on your neck and eyes, and keep your desk clear of unnecessary clutter, ensuring that everything you need is within easy reach. But designing your focus sanctuary goes beyond just the physical space. It's also about creating technology zones. In today's digital world, our devices are both our greatest tools and our biggest distractions. Designate specific areas in your home or workspace where technology is allowed and where it's not. Perhaps your bedroom becomes a tech-free zone, a sanctuary for rest and relaxation. Or maybe you create a dedicated workspace where your phone is silenced and your focus is solely on the task at hand. By creating these boundaries, you reclaim control over your technology rather than letting it control you. Finally, don't underestimate the power of biophilic design. This is the practice of incorporating natural elements into our built environments. Studies have shown that exposure to nature, even just a few plants or a window with a view, can reduce stress, enhance creativity, and improve focus. So bring the outdoors in. Add some plants to your workspace. Open the windows to let in fresh air and natural light, or even consider incorporating natural materials like wood and stone into your decor. Designing your focus sanctuary is an ongoing process, a journey of experimentation and refinement. Pay attention to how different elements in your environment affect your focus and make adjustments accordingly. By creating a space that supports and nurtures your attention, you're not just improving your productivity, you're investing in your well-being, your creativity, and your overall quality of life. You're building a sanctuary where your mind can thrive and your focus can flourish. Chapter 6. The Rhythm of Focus, Building Powerful Habits and Routines. Imagine a jazz musician stepping onto the stage. They don't just start playing random notes, they have a rhythm, a structure, a set of patterns that guide their improvisation. This foundation allows them to create something beautiful, something spontaneous, something truly magical. The same principle applies to focus. Our daily habits and routines are the rhythm section of our minds, providing the structure and support for our attention to flourish. Without this foundation, our focus becomes fragmented, easily swayed by the unpredictable melodies of daily life. But here's the catch: we're not all playing the same tune. Just as different musical genres have distinct rhythms, our individual chronotypes, energy levels, and personal preferences dictate the tempo of our focus. Are you a lark, waking up with the sun, your mind sharp and ready to tackle the day's challenges? Or are you a night owl, your creativity peaking as the moon rises, your best work unfolding in the quiet hours? Understanding your natural rhythms is crucial to building a routine that supports your focus. Don't try to force yourself into a mold that doesn't fit. Instead, honor your internal clock and design a schedule that aligns with your peak performance times. For the larks, this might mean dedicating the early morning hours to deep work, tackling your most challenging tasks while your mind is fresh and alert. For the night owls, it might mean reserving the evenings for creative pursuits, allowing your ideas to flow freely in the stillness of the night. But regardless of your chronotype, there are certain fundamental habits that can enhance focus for everyone. One of the most powerful is the art of morning rituals. Think of your morning routine as the overture to your day, setting the tone for what's to come. A chaotic, rushed morning often leads to a scattered, unfocused day. But a mindful, intentional morning routine can prime your mind for clarity, productivity, and calm. This doesn't mean you need to wake up at the crack of dawn and perform an elaborate series of rituals. Even a few simple habits can make a world of difference. Perhaps you start your day with a few minutes of meditation, quieting the mental chatter and setting a peaceful intention for the day. Or maybe you enjoy a leisurely cup of coffee while journaling, reflecting on your thoughts and goals. The key is to create a morning routine that nourishes your mind and sets you up for a focused and fulfilling day. Another crucial habit for enhancing focus is sleep hygiene. Think of sleep as the reset button for your brain. A good night's sleep clears out the mental cobwebs, consolidates memories, and prepares you for the cognitive demands of the day ahead. But in today's world, sleep is often sacrificed at the altar of productivity. We stay up late, glued to our screens, or we sacrifice sleep to squeeze in more work or social commitments. This sleep deprivation takes a toll on our focus, our mood, and our overall well-being. It's time to reclaim the power of sleep. Create a relaxing bedtime routine, dim the lights, disconnect from technology, and prioritize getting enough restful sleep. Your focus will thank you. Now let's talk about the power of no. In a world that constantly demands our attention, learning to say no is a superpower. It's about setting boundaries, protecting your time and energy, and prioritizing what truly matters. This doesn't mean becoming a recluse or turning down every request. It's about making conscious choices, saying yes to the things that align with your values and goals, and politely declining the rest. Saying no can be uncomfortable at first, but it becomes easier with practice. Remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying yes to something that does. Finally, don't underestimate the importance of mindful transitions. Our lives are a series of transitions, from work to rest, from focused activity to social interaction, from the digital world to the natural world. These transitions are often where our focus falters. We mindlessly scroll through our phones while waiting in line, or we carry the stress of work home with us, disrupting our ability to relax and recharge. By creating mindful transitions, we can smooth out these rough edges and maintain a sense of flow throughout our day. This might mean taking a few deep breaths before switching tasks, setting an intention for the next activity, or simply taking a moment to appreciate the present moment. Building powerful habits and routines is a journey, not a destination. It's about experimenting, adapting, and finding what works best for you. Start small, focus on consistency, and celebrate your progress along the way. By creating a rhythm that supports your focus, you're not just improving your productivity, you're cultivating a life of intention, balance, and fulfillment. You're becoming the conductor of your own mental orchestra, guiding your attention towards the melodies that matter most. Chapter 7. Taming the Inner Critic, Overcoming Self-Doubt and Fear. Have you ever stood at the edge of a diving board, heart pounding, looking down at the shimmering water below? You know you can swim. You know you can swim. You know you've done this before. But a voice whispers in your ear, what if you slip? What if you fail? What if everyone laughs? That voice, the one that fills your head with doubts and anxieties, is your inner critic. It's the master saboteur, the relentless naysayer that loves to point out your flaws, magnify your insecurities, and convince you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or brave enough to take the plunge. We all have an inner critic. It's a part of the human condition, a legacy of our evolutionary past when self-doubt helped us avoid risks and stay safe within the confines of our tribe. But in the modern world, where taking risks is often necessary for growth and fulfillment, our inner critic can become a major obstacle, holding us back from pursuing our dreams and reaching our full potential. The good news is that we don't have to be ruled by this inner voice. We can learn to tame it, to challenge its negativity, and to turn down its volume so that it no longer dictates our actions. This starts with awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts that swirl in your mind. When you're faced with a challenge, a new opportunity, or a moment of vulnerability, what does your inner critic say? Does it tell you you're going to fail? That you're not worthy? That you'll be judged or rejected? Once you're aware of these negative thoughts, you can start to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? What evidence do I have to support this thought? What would I say to a friend who was having this thought? Often when we examine our negative thoughts objectively, we realize they're based on fear, not facts. They're like shadows, distorted and exaggerated versions of reality. The next step is to reframe these negative thoughts. Instead of focusing on what might go wrong, shift your attention to what could go right. Instead of dwelling on your weaknesses, remind yourself of your strengths. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a learning opportunity. This reframing process is like adjusting the lens of a camera. By changing your perspective, you can bring the positive aspects of the situation into focus, while minimizing the negative. Developing self-compassion is another effective strategy for controlling your inner critic. Be gentle and understanding to yourself as you would a friend. Celebrate your victories, no matter how modest, acknowledge your hardships, and extend forgiveness for your errors. Self-compassion is not about lowering your standards or giving yourself a free pass. It's about recognizing that you're human, that you're on a journey, and that you deserve your own love and support, especially when you're facing challenges. But taming your inner critic is not just about challenging negative thoughts, it's also about building self-efficacy. This is the belief in your own ability to succeed, to overcome obstacles, and to achieve your goals. Self-efficacy is like a muscle that grows stronger with each successful experience. Start by setting small, achievable goals and celebrate your wins along the way. Each accomplishment, no matter how minor, reinforces your belief in your own capabilities. And don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Challenge yourself to try new things, to take risks, and to embrace the possibility of failure. Each time you face your fears and come out the other side, your self-efficacy grows stronger. Finally, remember that taming your inner critic is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. The negative voice may never disappear entirely, but you can learn to manage it, to turn down its volume, and to prevent it from sabotaging your focus and your dreams. By cultivating self-awareness, practicing self-compassion, and building self-efficacy, you can transform your inner critic from a relentless naysayer into a supportive companion on your journey to achieving your full potential. So the next time you stand at the edge of that diving board, heart pounding, remember that you have the power to silence the doubts, to embrace the challenge, and to take the plunge with confidence and courage. Your inner critic may still be there, but it no longer controls you. You are the master of your own mind, and you are capable of amazing things. Chapter 8. The Perfectionism Trap: Embracing Imperfection and Progress. Imagine an artist meticulously crafting a masterpiece. They spend hours, days, even weeks perfecting every brushstroke, every detail, every nuance of color and light. But as they strive for absolute perfection, a strange thing happens. The joy of creation fades, replaced by a gnawing sense of dissatisfaction. The painting, once a source of inspiration, becomes a burden, a testament to their own impossible standards. This is the insidious nature of perfectionism. It masquerades as a virtue, a noble pursuit of excellence. But beneath its alluring facade lies a trap, a relentless cycle of self-criticism, procrastination, and ultimately, unfulfilled potential. Perfectionism whispers in your ear, "It's not good enough yet. Keep working. Keep striving. Only when it's flawless will it be worthy of sharing with the world." But the world doesn't reward perfection. It rewards action. It rewards those who are brave enough to put their creations, their ideas, their imperfect selves out there, to embrace the vulnerability of being seen, and to learn and grow from the feedback they receive. The roots of perfectionism often lie deep within our psyche. Perhaps we were praised as children for being perfect, leading us to believe that our worth is tied to our achievements. Or maybe we witnessed the struggles of those around us, internalizing the message that only flawlessness is acceptable. Whatever its origins, perfectionism can become a formidable obstacle on the path to focus and productivity. It can lead to procrastination. We put off starting tasks because we fear we won't be able to do them perfectly. Paralysis by analysis. We overthink and overanalyze, getting stuck in the details and losing sight of the bigger picture. Fear of failure. We avoid taking risks because we're terrified of making mistakes. Diminished creativity. We stifle our creative impulses, afraid that our ideas won't be good enough. Burnout. We push ourselves relentlessly, striving for an unattainable ideal, leading to exhaustion and disillusionment. The antidote to perfectionism is not mediocrity, it's healthy striving. It's about setting high standards for yourself while recognizing that perfection is an illusion, a mirage that shimmers in the distance but can never truly be grasped. It's about embracing the beauty of imperfection. Think of a Japanese teacup repaired with gold lacquer. The cracks, once seen as flaws, become part of its unique beauty, a testament to its resilience and its story. Similarly, our imperfections, our mistakes, our vulnerabilities are not something to be ashamed of. They are part of what makes us human, part of our unique journey of growth and learning. So how do we escape the perfectionism trap and embrace a healthier approach to striving? Here are a few strategies. Challenge your perfectionistic thoughts. When you hear that critical voice telling you it's not good enough, ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it realistic? What would I say to a friend who was having this thought? Set realistic expectations. Break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate your wins along the way, no matter how small. Embrace the good enough principle. Not every task requires your absolute best effort. Sometimes, good enough is truly good enough. Learn to discern when to strive for excellence and when to simply get the job done. Reframe failure as feedback. Mistakes are inevitable. Instead of seeing them as setbacks, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I do better next time? Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Forgive your mistakes. Recognize that you're human and that you're doing the best you can. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Find joy in the act of creating, of learning, of striving. Don't let the pursuit of perfection overshadow the beauty of the journey. Escaping the perfectionism trap is not an overnight transformation. It's a gradual process of unlearning old patterns and embracing new ways of thinking. It's about shifting your focus from an unattainable ideal to the reality of progress, growth, and self-acceptance. By releasing the grip of perfectionism, you free yourself to take risks, to embrace challenges, and to unleash your full creative potential. You create space for focus, for flow, and for the joy of living a life that is authentically yours, imperfections and all. Chapter 9. Mindfulness in Action, Cultivating Presence and Awareness. Imagine you're walking through a forest. Sunlight filters through the leaves, dappling the forest floor. Birdsong fills the air. You feel the soft earth beneath your feet, the cool breeze on your skin. You are completely present, immersed in the sights, sounds, and sensations of this moment. This is mindfulness. It's the art of paying attention, on purpose, to the present moment, without judgment. It's about waking up from the autopilot of our daily lives and truly experiencing the richness of our inner and outer worlds. In a world that's constantly pulling us in 1,000 directions, mindfulness is a superpower. It's the anchor that keeps us grounded amidst the storm of distractions. It's the key to unlocking a deeper level of focus, clarity, and peace. But mindfulness is not just a concept, it's a practice. It's something we cultivate through deliberate exercises, through moments of intentional awareness woven into the fabric of our daily lives. One of the most fundamental mindfulness practices is breath work. Our breath is our constant companion, a rhythmic flow that connects us to the present moment. By simply paying attention to our breath, to the rise and fall of our chest, to the gentle sensation of air entering and leaving our nostrils, we can anchor ourselves in the here and now. Try this simple exercise. 1. Find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes if you wish. 2. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the natural rhythm of your inhales and exhales. 3. Don't try to change your breath, simply observe it. 4. As you inhale, mentally say to yourself, I am breathing in. 5. As you exhale, mentally say to yourself, I am breathing out. 6. Continue this practice for a few minutes, gently guiding your attention back to your breath whenever it wanders. This simple exercise can be done anytime, anywhere. It's a powerful tool for calming the mind, reducing stress, and enhancing focus. Another powerful mindfulness practice is the body scan. This involves systematically bringing your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any sensations, tensions, or areas of discomfort. Start by bringing your attention to your toes. Notice any sensations: tingling, warmth, pressure. Then, slowly move your attention up your body, through your feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, and so on, all the way to the top of your head. As you scan your body, simply observe the sensations without judgment. If you notice tension, gently encourage that area to relax. The body scan is a wonderful way to cultivate a deeper connection to your physical self, to release tension, and to cultivate a sense of grounded presence. But mindfulness is not just about formal exercises. It's about bringing awareness to every aspect of your day. It's about savoring the taste of your food, truly listening to the words of a loved one, or appreciating the beauty of a sunset. It's about noticing the thoughts that arise in your mind without getting carried away by them. It's about recognizing your emotions without letting them control you. Mindfulness is about waking up to the richness of the present moment, to the symphony of sights, sounds, sensations, and thoughts that make up our experience. In the context of focus, mindfulness is a game changer. It helps us to reduce mental clutter. By becoming aware of our thoughts, we can prevent them from hijacking our attention. Improve attention regulation. Mindfulness strengthens our ability to direct our attention where we choose. Increase emotional awareness. By recognizing our emotions, we can manage them more effectively, preventing them from disrupting our focus. Enhance self-awareness. Mindfulness helps us to understand our own patterns of thinking and behavior, allowing us to make more conscious choices. Cultivate a sense of calm. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we reduce stress and anxiety, creating a more conducive environment for focus. To integrate mindfulness into your daily life, try these simple practices. Mindful walking. Pay attention to the sensations of your feet on the ground, the movement of your body, the sights and sounds around you. Mindful eating. Savor each bite of your food, noticing the flavors, textures, and aromas. Mindful listening. Truly listen to the person speaking to you, without interrupting or planning your response. Mindful technology use. Be intentional about when and how you use technology. Set limits, take breaks, and be present in your interactions. Mindfulness is not a magic bullet, but it's a powerful tool for cultivating focus, clarity, and peace in a world that's constantly vying for our attention. It's a journey of self-discovery, of deepening your connection to yourself and the world around you. So take a deep breath, bring your attention to the present moment, and begin your journey to mindful focus. The rewards are immeasurable. Chapter 10. Emotional Intelligence and Focus, Harnessing Your Inner State. Imagine an orchestra preparing for a concert. The musicians are talented, their instruments finely tuned. But if the conductor is erratic, their emotions swinging wildly between excitement, anxiety, and frustration, the music will be a cacophony, a disjointed mess of missed cues and clashing melodies. Our emotions are the conductors of our minds. When they're in harmony, our thoughts flow smoothly, our focus sharpens, and we're able to create beautiful symphonies of action and intention. But when our emotions are out of balance, our minds become a battlefield, our focus scatters, and our productivity suffers. This is where emotional intelligence comes into play. It's the ability to understand and manage our own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. It's the key to creating inner harmony, to becoming the masterful conductor of our own mental orchestra. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing our emotions or pretending to be happy all the time. It's about recognizing and accepting our feelings, understanding their impact on our thoughts and behaviors, and learning to navigate them skillfully. Think of your emotions as messengers, each carrying valuable information about your needs, your values, and your relationship with the world around you. Anger might signal that a boundary has been crossed. Sadness might indicate a need for connection or comfort. Fear might be a warning sign, urging you to proceed with caution. By listening to these messengers, by understanding their language, we can gain valuable insights into ourselves and our motivations. This self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. But emotional intelligence goes beyond simply recognizing our emotions. It's also about managing them effectively. This doesn't mean controlling our emotions, but rather responding to them in a way that supports our well-being and our goals. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a challenging task, instead of letting anxiety paralyze you, you might take a few deep breaths, break the task down into smaller steps, or seek support from a colleague. Or if you're feeling frustrated by a setback, instead of letting anger derail your focus, you might acknowledge the feeling, explore its underlying cause, and then channel that energy into finding a solution. Emotional intelligence is like a toolkit for navigating the complex terrain of our inner world. It equips us with the skills to identify and label our emotions. This allows us to understand what we're feeling and why. Understand the impact of our emotions. We recognize how our emotions influence our thoughts, behaviors, and relationships. Manage our emotions effectively. We develop strategies for regulating our emotions, reducing their intensity, and responding to them in a healthy way. Motivate ourselves. We harness the power of positive emotions like enthusiasm and hope to fuel our focus and achieve our goals. Empathize with others. We understand and respond to the emotions of those around us, building stronger connections and fostering collaboration. In the context of focus, emotional intelligence is essential. When we're able to manage our emotions effectively, we create a more stable inner environment for our attention to thrive. We're less likely to be hijacked by anxiety, frustration, or boredom, and we're more able to stay present, engaged, and focused on the task at hand. Here are a few strategies for cultivating emotional intelligence and harnessing its power for focus. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your emotions as they arise, without judgment. Notice the physical sensations, the thoughts, and the behaviors associated with each emotion. Develop a vocabulary of emotions. Expand your emotional vocabulary beyond basic terms like happy or sad. Learn to identify subtle nuances in your feelings, such as contentment, gratitude, or irritation. Identify your emotional triggers. What situations, people, or thoughts tend to evoke strong emotional responses in you? Once you're aware of your triggers, you can develop strategies for managing them effectively. Practice self-regulation techniques. Explore different techniques for calming your mind and body, such as deep breathing, meditation, or progressive muscle relaxation. Cultivate positive emotions. Focus on activities and experiences that bring you joy, gratitude, and contentment. These positive emotions create an upward spiral, enhancing your focus and overall well-being. Emotional intelligence is not a luxury, it's a necessity for thriving in the modern world. By mastering our inner state, by becoming the skillful conductors of our own emotions, we unlock a deeper level of focus, resilience, and fulfillment. So take a moment to tune into your emotions. Acknowledge their presence, listen to their messages, and learn to harness their power. Your focus, your productivity, and your overall well-being will thank you. Chapter 11. Digital Minimalism. Reclaiming your attention in a tech-saturated world. Imagine a closet overflowing with clothes. You have countless options, yet you find yourself wearing the same few outfits over and over again. The rest just takes up space, gathering dust and adding to the visual clutter. It's time for a ruthless purge, a chance to let go of the excess and embrace a more streamlined wardrobe. This is the essence of digital minimalism. It's about decluttering our digital lives, letting go of the apps, websites, and online habits that no longer serve us. so we can focus on the technologies that truly add value and meaning. In today's tech-saturated world, we're bombarded with digital temptations. Our smartphones beckon with endless notifications, social media feeds offer an infinite scroll of distractions, and the internet itself is a vast ocean of information, much of it irrelevant or even harmful to our well-being. We've become digital hoarders, accumulating apps, subscriptions, and online connections with little regard for their impact on our time, our attention, and our overall quality of life. But just as a cluttered physical space can weigh us down, a cluttered digital life can create a sense of overwhelm, anxiety, and distraction. It can fragment our focus, drain our energy, and prevent us from living a truly intentional life. Digital minimalism is the antidote to this digital overload. It's not about rejecting technology altogether. It's about using it with intention, purpose, and control. It's about curating our digital lives, choosing quality over quantity, and prioritizing the technologies that enhance our lives, rather than those that hijack our attention and erode our well-being. So how do we embark on this digital decluttering journey? Here are a few steps to guide you. 1. Take inventory. Start by taking stock of your digital life. What apps do you use regularly? Which websites do you visit most often? How much time do you spend on social media, email, and other online activities? Be honest with yourself about how these technologies are impacting your focus, your productivity, and your overall well-being. 2. Identify the essential. Determine which technologies are truly essential to your life. These are the tools that help you connect with loved ones, pursue your passions, learn new skills, or manage your responsibilities effectively. 3. Eliminate the non-essential. Once you've identified the essential, it's time to ruthlessly eliminate the rest. Uninstall apps you rarely use, unsubscribe from newsletters that clutter your inbox, and unfollow accounts that drain your energy or trigger negative emotions. 4. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries for your technology use. Create tech-free zones in your home, such as your bedroom or dining room. Set time limits for social media and other potentially addictive online activities. And consider using technology to help you enforce these boundaries, such as app blockers or website filters. 5. Embrace offline activities. Rediscover the joy of offline pursuits. Spend time in nature. Read a book, engage in a hobby, or have a face-to-face conversation with a friend. These activities nourish your mind, body, and soul, providing a much-needed respite from the digital world. 6. Practice mindful technology use. When you do use technology, do so with intention and awareness. Pay attention to how different technologies make you feel. Are they enhancing your life or detracting from it? Are they supporting your goals or hindering them? 7. Cultivate digital well-being. Make digital well-being a priority. Just as you prioritize your physical and mental health, prioritize your relationship with technology. Seek out resources, tools, and communities that support healthy digital habits. Digital minimalism is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. As technology evolves and our lives change, we need to continually reassess our digital habits and make adjustments accordingly. But the rewards of digital minimalism are well worth the effort. By decluttering our digital lives, we reclaim our attention, our time, and our energy. We create space for focus, for creativity, for deeper connections, and for a more meaningful and fulfilling life. So take a deep breath, open your digital closet, and start purging. Let go of the excess, embrace the essential, and reclaim your attention in a tech-saturated world. The freedom and clarity you gain will be worth more than all the apps and notifications in the world. Chapter 12. Taming the Smartphone. Strategies for Mindful Technology Use. Imagine this. You're sitting down to dinner with loved ones, the aroma of a delicious meal filling the air. Laughter and conversation flow around the table, but something feels off. Eyes keep darting towards a glowing rectangle, fingers twitching with the urge to check, scroll, and refresh. The smartphone, that pocket-sized portal to the digital world, has become an uninvited guest at the table, casting a shadow over the present moment. Sound familiar? The smartphone, a marvel of modern technology, has become both a blessing and a curse. It connects us to the world, provides instant access to information, and offers endless entertainment. But it also has a dark side, a seductive power to hijack our attention, fragment our focus, and erode our well-being. We've become slaves to the ding, our brains wired to respond to every notification, every message, every update. We mindlessly scroll through social media feeds, comparing our lives to curated highlight reels, and we fall prey to the fear of missing out, constantly checking for the latest news, gossip, or viral trend. The smartphone has become an extension of ourselves, a digital appendage that we carry everywhere, tethered to its constant demands. But this constant connectivity comes at a cost. Studies have shown that excessive smartphone use can lead to reduced attention spans. The constant stream of notifications and information fragments our focus, making it harder to concentrate on tasks that require sustained attention. Increased anxiety and stress, the pressure to stay connected, to respond immediately, and to keep up with the digital deluge can create a constant state of low-grade anxiety. Sleep disturbances. The blue light emitted from our screens disrupts our sleep patterns, leading to fatigue and impaired cognitive function. Impaired social skills. Our obsession with our phones can lead to social isolation and a decline in our ability to connect with others in meaningful ways. Addiction. For some, smartphone use can become addictive, leading to compulsive behaviors and withdrawal symptoms when separated from their device. It's time to reclaim control. It's time to tame the smartphone, to transform it from a master to a tool, a servant to our intentions rather than a dictator of our attention. This doesn't mean throwing your phone into the ocean or retreating to a remote cabin in the woods. It's about cultivating a more mindful relationship with your device, using it with intention, purpose, and control. Here are a few strategies to help you tame the smartphone and reclaim your focus. 1. Become aware of your usage. Start by tracking your smartphone usage. How much time do you spend on your phone each day? Which apps are consuming most of your attention? This awareness is the first step towards change. 2. Declutter your digital space. Uninstall apps you rarely use. Unsubscribe from unnecessary notifications. And organize your home screen to prioritize the apps that truly add value to your life. 3. Embrace Do Not Disturb. Make liberal use of the Do Not Disturb feature. Silence notifications during work hours, family time, or any other time when you need to focus or be present. 4. Create tech-free zones. Designate certain areas in your home or workspace as tech-free zones. This might be your bedroom, your dining room, or even just a specific chair where you go to relax and disconnect. 5. Practice the phone stack. When you're socializing with others, create a phone stack where everyone places their phone face down in the center of the table. The first person to check their phone loses. 6. Use technology to your advantage. Ironically, there are apps and tools designed to help you manage your smartphone use. Explore options like app blockers, website filters, and time tracking apps to help you stay focused and avoid digital distractions. 7. Schedule digital downtime. Intentionally schedule periods of digital downtime throughout your day. This might be a 30-minute break in the afternoon to go for a walk, or a tech-free evening to read a book or spend time with loved ones. 8. Rediscover the joy of boredom. Allow yourself to experience moments of boredom. Instead of reaching for your phone to fill every idle moment, let your mind wander, daydream, or simply be present with your surroundings. Boredom can be a fertile ground for creativity and insight. 9. Cultivate mindfulness. Practice mindfulness techniques like meditation or deep breathing to strengthen your attention and reduce your reactivity to digital distractions. Taming the smartphone is not about demonizing technology. It's about reclaiming our autonomy, our focus, and our ability to live a truly intentional life. It's about using technology as a tool, not a crutch, and choosing to be present in the real world, rather than constantly escaping into the digital realm. So take a deep breath, put down your phone, and step away from the screen. The world is waiting to be experienced, and your focus is waiting to be reclaimed. Chapter 13: Social Media and Focus, Navigating the Attention Economy. Imagine a bustling marketplace, a kaleidoscope of sights, sounds, and enticing offers. Vendors hawk their wares, each vying for your attention, promising the latest trends, the juiciest gossip, the most entertaining distractions. It's a vibrant, stimulating place, but it's also easy to get lost in the maze, to lose track of your purpose, and to emerge hours later with a handful of impulse purchases and a depleted sense of energy. This is the world of social media, a digital marketplace where our attention is the currency, and the vendors are the platforms, algorithms, and influencers vying for our precious time and focus. Social media has revolutionized the way we connect, communicate, and consume information. It's a powerful tool for building communities, sharing ideas, and staying informed. But it also has a shadow side, a seductive ability to hijack our attention, distort our perceptions, and erode our well-being. The algorithms that power these platforms are designed to keep us engaged, to keep us scrolling, clicking, and liking. They feed us a personalized stream of content, tailored to our interests and preferences, creating a seductive echo chamber that can be difficult to escape. We compare our lives to the carefully curated highlight reels of others, leading to feelings of inadequacy and envy. We fall prey to the fear of missing out, constantly checking for the latest updates, fearing that we'll be left out of the conversation or miss the next viral trend. And as we spend more and more time in the digital realm, our attention spans shrink, our ability to focus on complex tasks diminishes, and our real-world relationships suffer. But there's hope. We can learn to navigate the attention economy, to reclaim our focus, and to use social media in a way that enhances our lives rather than diminishes them. This starts with awareness. Recognize that social media platforms are businesses designed to profit from our attention. Understand the tactics they use to keep us hooked, from personalized recommendations to endless scrolling feeds. Once you're aware of the forces at play, you can start to make conscious choices about how you engage with social media. Here are a few strategies. 1. Set time limits. Decide how much time you want to spend on social media each day and stick to it. Use built-in tools or third-party apps to track your usage and set limits. 2. Curate your feed. Unfollow accounts that trigger negative emotions, spread misinformation, or simply don't add value to your life. Follow accounts that inspire you, educate you, or make you laugh. 3. Schedule social media time. Instead of mindlessly checking social media throughout the day, designate specific times for scrolling and engaging. This creates boundaries and prevents social media from encroaching on your focused work or personal time. 4. Practice the one-tab rule. When you do use social media, limit yourself to one tab at a time. This prevents you from getting lost in a maze of links, videos, and distractions. 5. Turn off notifications. Disable non-essential notifications. Do you really need to know every time someone likes your post or comments on a photo? These constant interruptions fragment your focus and train your brain to crave instant gratification. 6. Take regular breaks. Even if you're only spending a short time on social media, take regular breaks to stretch, move your body, and engage your mind in other activities. This helps to prevent the scroll trance and maintain a sense of presence. 7. Engage mindfully. When you do engage with social media, do so mindfully. Pay attention to how different accounts and content make you feel. Are they uplifting or draining? Are they adding value to your life or simply filling time? 8. Connect with intention. Use social media to connect with people who matter to you. Reach out to friends, share meaningful experiences, and engage in conversations that enrich your life. 9. Explore alternative platforms. Consider exploring alternative social media platforms that prioritize meaningful connections and content over addictive algorithms and attention-grabbing tactics. 10. Remember the real world. Don't let social media become a substitute for real-life experiences. Prioritize face-to-face interactions, outdoor activities, and hobbies that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Navigating the attention economy is an ongoing challenge, but it's a challenge worth facing. By cultivating a mindful relationship with social media, we can reclaim our focus, protect our well-being, and use these powerful tools to enhance our lives rather than diminish them. So, the next time you reach for your phone, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, am I choosing to engage with this platform, or am I being pulled in by its seductive algorithms? The answer may surprise you. And the choice you make could be the key to reclaiming your focus and living a more intentional, fulfilling life. Chapter 14. The Power of Deep Work, Achieving Peak Productivity. Imagine a diver plunging into the depths of the ocean. The surface world, with its waves and distractions, fades away as they descend into a realm of stillness and focus. Down here, in the quiet depths, their mind is sharp, their movements precise, and their senses heightened. They are fully present, immersed in the task at hand, achieving a level of performance that would be impossible amidst the turbulence of the surface. This is the realm of deep work, a state of profound concentration where we tap into our cognitive potential and produce our best, most meaningful work. It's the state where groundbreaking discoveries are made, where creative masterpieces are born, and where complex problems are solved. In today's world of constant distraction, deep work is more valuable than ever. It's the antidote to the shallowness of multitasking, the fragmented attention, and the endless stream of interruptions that plague our modern lives. Deep work is not just about getting more done, it's about doing more meaningful work. It's about cultivating a state of flow, where time seems to dissolve and we become fully immersed in the task at hand. But deep work is not something that happens by accident. It requires intentionality, discipline, and a commitment to creating the conditions that allow our minds to thrive. So how do we dive into the depths of deep work and unlock our cognitive potential? Here are a few strategies. 1. Schedule dedicated time. Deep work requires dedicated time, free from distractions and interruptions. Block out specific periods in your schedule for deep work sessions, just as you would for an important meeting or appointment. Treat these sessions as sacred, protecting them from the demands of the shallow world. 2. Create a ritual. Develop a pre-deep work ritual to signal to your brain that it's time to shift into focus mode. This might involve clearing your workspace, putting on noise-canceling headphones, or brewing a cup of tea. These small rituals help to create a mental separation between the shallow and the deep. 3. Eliminate distractions. Identify your biggest distractions and take steps to eliminate them. Silence your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and let your colleagues or family know that you're unavailable during your deep work sessions. 4. Start small and build up. If you're new to deep work, start with shorter sessions and gradually increase the duration as your focus strengthens. Don't expect to be able to dive into the depths for hours on end right away. It takes time and practice to build up your mental stamina. 5. Embrace boredom. Resist the urge to fill every idle moment with distractions. Allow yourself to experience boredom, to let your mind wander, to daydream. These moments of quiet contemplation can spark creativity and lead to unexpected insights. 6. Take breaks strategically. While deep work requires sustained focus, it's also important to take breaks to avoid burnout. Step away from your work every hour or so to stretch, move your body, and give your mind a chance to rest and recharge. 7. Cultivate a deep work mindset. Deep work is not just a technique, it's a mindset. It's about valuing focus, prioritizing quality over quantity, and recognizing the power of concentrated effort. It's about resisting the lure of the shallow and embracing the depths of your own mind. 8. Find your ideal environment. Experiment with different environments to find what works best for you. Some people thrive in quiet solitude, while others prefer the ambient hum of a coffee shop or co-working space. The key is to create a space where you feel comfortable, focused, and free from distractions. 9. Use technology to your advantage. While technology can be a source of distraction, it can also be a powerful tool for deep work. Explore apps and tools that can help you block distractions, track your progress, and create a more conducive environment for focus. 10. Celebrate your successes. Acknowledge and celebrate your deep work accomplishments, no matter how small. This positive reinforcement helps to build momentum and motivation. Deep work is not a luxury, it's a necessity in today's world. It's the key to achieving peak productivity, unlocking your creative potential, and producing work that truly matters. So, take the plunge. Dive into the depths of your own mind and discover the power of deep work. The treasures you uncover will be worth more than all the distractions in the world. Chapter 15. Focus and Flow. Unlocking Optimal Performance. Imagine a surfer riding a wave. They're not fighting against the current, nor are they passively letting the ocean carry them wherever it may. They're in perfect harmony with the wave, their movements fluid and instinctive, their mind completely absorbed in the dance between human and nature. Time seems to dissolve, worries fade away, and a sense of effortless joy pervades their being. This is the state of flow, a state of peak performance where we become so immersed in an activity that everything else falls away. It's the feeling of being in the zone, where our skills perfectly match the challenge at hand, and we operate at the height of our abilities. Flow is not just a pleasant experience, it's a catalyst for profound creativity, productivity, and fulfillment. In a flow state, we access a deeper level of focus, our minds become laser-sharp, and we're able to achieve extraordinary results. But flow is not something that simply happens to us. It's a state we can cultivate, a skill we can hone, and a mindset we can embrace. So how do we unlock the power of flow and tap into this optimal state of performance? Here are a few key ingredients. 1. Find your flow triggers. Flow states are often associated with activities that challenge us, that stretch our skills and push us to the edge of our abilities. These are the activities that absorb our attention, that make us lose track of time, and that leave us feeling energized and fulfilled. What are your flow triggers? Is it writing, painting, playing music, coding, solving puzzles, or engaging in a challenging sport? Identify the activities that bring you into this state of effortless focus and prioritize them in your life. 2. Set clear goals. Flow requires a clear sense of direction, a specific goal or challenge to focus on. Without a clear objective, our minds tend to wander, and we're less likely to enter a flow state. So before you embark on a task, define your goals, break them down into smaller steps, and create a roadmap for your focus. 3. Match skills to challenge. Flow occurs when our skills are perfectly matched to the challenge at hand. If the challenge is too easy, we become bored. If it's too difficult, we become frustrated. The sweet spot is finding that Goldilocks zone where we're fully engaged, but not overwhelmed. 4. Eliminate distractions. Flow requires a distraction-free environment. Silence your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and find a quiet space where you can fully immerse yourself in the task at hand. 5. Cultivate a flow mindset. Flow is not just about external conditions, it's also about our internal state. Cultivate a mindset of curiosity, openness, and a willingness to experiment. Embrace challenges, let go of perfectionism, and focus on the process rather than the outcome. 6. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing, can help to quiet the mental chatter and create a more conducive environment for flow. By cultivating present moment awareness, we can more easily enter a state of deep focus and immersion. 7. Take breaks. While flow states can be incredibly productive, it's important to take breaks to avoid burnout. Step away from your work periodically to stretch, move your body, and give your mind a chance to rest and recharge. 8. Reflect and refine. After a flow state, take some time to reflect on your experience. What triggered the flow? What conditions were present? What can you learn from this experience to cultivate flow more consistently? 9. Embrace the journey. Flow is not a destination, it's a journey. There will be times when you effortlessly enter a flow state, and there will be times when focus feels elusive. Be patient with yourself. Embrace the ups and downs and trust that with practice, you can become more adept at accessing this optimal state of performance. 10. Celebrate your flow. Acknowledge and celebrate your flow experiences, no matter how small. These moments of peak performance are precious gifts, reminding us of our potential and fueling our motivation to continue cultivating focus and flow in our lives. Flow is not just for artists, athletes, or musicians. It's a state available to anyone who is willing to cultivate the conditions that allow it to flourish. Whether you're writing a report, coding a program, or simply engaging in a meaningful conversation, flow can enhance your performance, deepen your engagement, and bring a sense of joy and fulfillment to your work and your life. So, embrace the challenge, eliminate distractions, and cultivate a flow mindset. The rewards are immeasurable. You might just surprise yourself with what you can achieve when you tap into the power of flow. Chapter 16. Resilience and Focus, Bouncing Back from Setbacks. Imagine a tree standing tall in a storm. The wind howls, the rain lashes, and the branches sway violently. But the tree doesn't break. Its roots dig deep into the earth, anchoring it firmly, and its trunk bends with the wind, absorbing the force of the storm. When the storm passes, the tree stands taller, its roots stronger, its branches reaching towards the sunlight with renewed vigor. This is resilience. It's the ability to bounce back from adversity, to adapt to challenges, and to emerge stronger from life's inevitable storms. And in the realm of focus, resilience is an essential quality, a superpower that allows us to maintain our concentration, pursue our goals, and thrive amidst the turbulence of the modern world. The path to focus mastery is not a smooth, linear journey. It's a winding path with unexpected twists, turns, and obstacles. There will be days when distractions seem insurmountable, when motivation wanes, and when setbacks threaten to derail our progress. But it's in these moments of challenge that resilience shines. It's the inner strength that allows us to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and continue moving forward with renewed determination. Resilience is not about avoiding setbacks. It's about embracing them as opportunities for growth and learning. It's about recognizing that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone on the path towards it. So how do we cultivate this inner strength, this resilience that allows us to maintain our focus and thrive in the face of adversity? Here are a few key strategies. 1. Develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities are not fixed, but rather can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. When we embrace a growth mindset, we see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than threats to our self-worth. 2. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially during times of struggle. Recognize that setbacks are a normal part of life, and that everyone makes mistakes. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer a friend going through a difficult time. 3. Build a support system. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who will support you through challenges. Share your struggles, seek advice, and celebrate your successes with those who lift you up. 4. Learn from your mistakes. When you encounter a setback, take some time to reflect on what happened. What can you learn from this experience? How can you do things differently next time? Reframe failure as feedback, a valuable opportunity to course correct and improve your approach. 5. Focus on the positive. Train your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your situation, even when things are tough. Practice gratitude for the things you have, the lessons you've learned, and the people who support you. 6. Develop coping mechanisms. Explore healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with stress and adversity. This might include exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, or engaging in creative pursuits. Find what works for you and make it a regular part of your routine. 7. Embrace flexibility. Life is full of surprises. Be willing to adapt your plans, adjust your goals, and embrace new opportunities as they arise. Rigidity can make us brittle, but flexibility allows us to bend without breaking. 8. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your successes, no matter how small. These small wins build momentum, boost your confidence, and reinforce your resilience. 9. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing, can help you to stay present, grounded, and centered, even in the midst of challenges. By cultivating present moment awareness, you can reduce anxiety, manage stress, and strengthen your ability to respond to adversity with clarity and composure. 10. Remember your why. When faced with setbacks, reconnect with your purpose, your values, and the reasons why you're pursuing your goals. This deeper sense of meaning can fuel your resilience and keep you moving forward, even when the path is difficult. Resilience is not a trait that we're born with. It's a skill we can develop through practice and intentionality. By cultivating these strategies, we can strengthen our inner fortitude, navigate life's challenges with grace, and maintain our focus even in the face of adversity. So the next time you encounter a setback, remember the image of the tree in the storm. Bend with the wind, dig deep into your roots, and trust that you have the strength to weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. Your resilience is your superpower, and it will guide you towards your goals, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. Chapter 17. Focus for a fulfilling life, beyond productivity. Imagine a life where your attention is a laser beam, cutting through the fog of distractions and illuminating the path to your goals. You effortlessly navigate the complexities of your day, achieving peak productivity, conquering your to-do list, and reaching new heights of success. But what happens when you reach the summit? What happens when you achieve those goals, check off those tasks, and conquer those challenges? Is that all there is? The truth is, focus is not just about productivity, it's about living a fulfilling life. It's about cultivating a rich inner landscape, nurturing meaningful relationships, and experiencing the world with presence and joy. Think of focus as a lens through which you experience life. When your lens is clouded with distractions, your vision is blurry, and the world appears dull and fragmented. But when your lens is clear, the world comes alive with vibrant colors, intricate details, and profound connections. Focus allows you to savor the simple pleasures of life, to appreciate the beauty of a sunset, to lose yourself in a captivating book, or to truly listen to a loved one's story. It's the key to unlocking a deeper level of engagement, meaning, and joy in every aspect of your life. In the realm of relationships, focus is the bridge that connects hearts and minds. When you're fully present with another person, truly listening to their words, observing their body language, and feeling the emotions beneath the surface, you create a space for genuine connection and understanding. Imagine having a conversation with a friend while your phone is buzzing with notifications, your mind preoccupied with work deadlines, and your eyes darting around the room. Are you truly present? Are you truly connecting? Focus allows you to put down the distractions, to silence the mental chatter, and to be fully present with the people who matter most. It's the foundation of empathy, compassion, and intimacy. Focus also fuels creativity. When your mind is free from distractions, your imagination can soar. You can explore new ideas, experiment with different perspectives, and tap into the flow of inspiration. Think of a writer struggling with writer's block. Their mind is cluttered with worries, their attention fragmented by distractions. But when they finally find a quiet space, silence the noise, and focus solely on the words flowing from their fingertips, the story unfolds effortlessly, the characters come to life, and the creative spark ignites. Focus is not just about external achievements, it's also about cultivating a rich inner life. It's about nurturing your passions, exploring your curiosity, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Perhaps you've always wanted to learn a new language, play a musical instrument, or master a new skill. Focus provides the discipline and dedication to pursue these passions, to transform your dreams into reality. And focus is essential for achieving work-life balance. In today's always-on culture, it's easy to get caught up in the endless cycle of work, emails, and responsibilities. But focus allows you to set boundaries, to prioritize your well-being, and to create space for rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation. This balance is not just about dividing your time between work and leisure. It's about bringing a sense of focus and intentionality to every aspect of your life. It's about being fully present in each moment, whether you're working on a challenging project, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a quiet moment of reflection. Ultimately, focus is about living a life of purpose and meaning. It's about aligning your actions with your values, pursuing your passions, and making a positive impact on the world. So as you continue your journey to focus mastery, remember that it's not just about productivity, it's about living a fulfilling life. It's about cultivating a mind that is clear, calm, and present, a mind that is capable of experiencing the world with depth, joy, and connection. Focus is not just a tool, it's a way of life. It's a commitment to living intentionally, to savoring each moment, and to creating a life that is rich, meaningful, and truly your own. Chapter 18. The Future of Focus, Thriving in a World of Distraction. Imagine a world where our attention is not a commodity to be exploited, but a precious resource to be cultivated. A world where technology serves our intentions rather than dictating our actions. A world where focus is not a struggle, but a natural state of being, a foundation for creativity, connection, and well-being. This is the future of focus, a future where we reclaim our attention, harness the power of our minds, and thrive in a world that's constantly evolving. The challenges to focus are not going away. In fact, they're likely to intensify as technology advances, information overload increases, and the pace of life accelerates. But the good news is that our ability to focus is not fixed. It's a skill we can develop, a muscle we can strengthen, and a mindset we can cultivate. The future of focus is not about retreating from the world or rejecting technology. It's about adapting, evolving, and finding new ways to thrive in a rapidly changing landscape. So how do we prepare for this future? How do we cultivate focus in a world that's constantly vying for our attention? Here are a few key strategies. 1. Embrace lifelong learning. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace. To stay ahead of the curve, we need to embrace lifelong learning, constantly updating our skills, expanding our knowledge, and adapting to new technologies and ways of working. This not only keeps our minds sharp but also fosters a growth mindset, essential for navigating the challenges of the future. 2. Cultivate digital literacy. As technology becomes increasingly integrated into our lives, it's crucial to develop digital literacy, the ability to critically evaluate information, navigate the digital landscape, and use technology in a way that supports our well-being and our goals. This includes understanding how algorithms work, recognizing online manipulation tactics, and developing healthy digital habits. 3. Prioritize mental well-being. In a world that's constantly demanding our attention, prioritizing mental well-being is more important than ever. This means cultivating practices that reduce stress, enhance resilience, and promote emotional regulation. Mindfulness, meditation, exercise, and spending time in nature are all powerful tools for maintaining mental fitness and focus. 4. Build strong communities. In a world that's increasingly interconnected, yet often isolating, building strong communities is essential for our well-being and our ability to focus. Connect with like-minded individuals, share your struggles and successes, and support each other on the journey to focus mastery. These connections provide a sense of belonging, accountability, and encouragement. 5. Embrace offline experiences. While technology offers many benefits, it's important to remember the value of offline experiences. Make time for face-to-face interactions, outdoor activities, and hobbies that nourish your mind, body, and soul. These experiences provide a much-needed respite from the digital world and help to restore our focus and creativity. 6. Design focus-friendly environments. As our work and living spaces become increasingly integrated with technology, it's crucial to design environments that support focus and well-being. This might involve creating dedicated workspaces, incorporating natural elements into our homes, or utilizing technology to enhance our focus, such as noise-canceling headphones or focus-enhancing apps. 7. Advocate for a focus-friendly culture. We need to advocate for a culture that values focus, attention, and deep work. This might involve pushing for changes in our workplaces, schools, and communities to create environments that support concentration and minimize distractions. It also means promoting digital well-being and advocating for responsible technology use. 8. Cultivate focus in future generations. The future of focus depends on our ability to cultivate these skills in future generations. This means teaching children about the importance of attention, providing them with the tools to manage distractions, and creating educational environments that support focus and deep learning. 9. Embrace the power of intention. In a world of endless choices and distractions, the power of intention becomes paramount. By setting clear intentions for how we want to spend our time, how we want to use technology, and how we want to live our lives, we can reclaim our focus and create a future that aligns with our values and our goals. The future of focus is not a utopian vision of a distraction-free world. It's a realistic vision of a world where we are empowered to manage distractions, cultivate our attention, and thrive amidst the complexities of the digital age. It's a future where focus is not just a skill, but a way of life, a foundation for creativity, connection, and well-being. It's a future where we harness the power of our minds to create a world that is more focused, more mindful, and more fulfilling for all. So let us embrace this future with open minds, resilient spirits, and a deep commitment to cultivating focus in ourselves and in the generations to come. The future of focus is in our hands. Let's make it a future worth focusing on. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you have an amazing day. I would be really grateful if you could share and comment. Until we cross paths again.